Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for May 20th, 21st, and 22nd, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, this is just the introduction. It will be seen on all the videos. I will post a timestamp in the description so you can bypass this. I hope you watch it at least one time, though. Anyway, I'm going to be using, for the main readings, I will be using my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will pull out I will pull my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and then I will pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, to see what universal energies are out there, I will use my Waite Rider deck, and I will pull mine out from Colette Barrett Reed, the Good Tarot. Okay, I'm getting closer to remembering her name. Anyway, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message, try not to get too much in the way. Now, let's go in here a second just to kind of see what's going on. May 20th, Gemini season begins. This will be at 9:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will also, on May 22nd, so we've got our two energy going, Mercury will be retrograding still, but it will be going back into, it will go into Taurus. And that will be at 9:15 p.m. So, so it's interesting that we've got Mercury in Gemini now, even though it's retrograding, and we are in Taurus season. Then, as it enters into Gemini season, we'll have 2 days where it's still in Gemini season or Gemini energies, but then it retrogrades because it's still going backwards into Taurus. So we've got the air energy, we've got the earth energy with that. Not a whole lot of, except for what, I'm always talking about. We still do have a lot of those solar flares going on. We do have a lot of ascension energy going on. The full moon was very intense. And then we had that weird, star that I posted. I'd never heard about that before. It's kind of like, oh, that's an interesting energy. This is where we can also, instead of taking the negative, we can turn that around into the positive. Okay? And that was Algol. Algol? Anyway, I posted on, pretty much anywhere I can post about that. Let's see. Are you all feeling like, maybe, is this because of the aftermath of all of this full moon energy? I don't feel as anxious. I just feel like I'm in a holding pattern now. I just feel like, I'm kind of circling, waiting to either take off like a plane or land. I just feel like I'm waiting to be activated, and it's just more a case of just waiting. But it's waiting for something. I don't feel it so much as it's negative. I'm not afraid of it. I just feel like it's just, okay, now it's like you've got all your bags, you've got everything prepped, you've got everything you need. Now it's just a matter of standby. Let's see. Let's see what the cards will say. Cards, higher power. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Standby? Well, what does that mean for us? Let's put it that way. What does the universe, what's going on in the universe right now? May 20th, like I said, Gemini season, air energy, very smart, very electric type of energy going on. Choices, roads, because they do have the twins, so there are some choices with that. But what higher power? What do we need to know? Tell us, for the universe, for the country, for wherever we are living in general. Here we are. Cut it. Remember, anything reversed has stronger energies for me. Also, too, court cards have dual energies. So if we have any court cards, you'll know pages have the earth energy as their bottom, as their main, or as their source energy. Knights have the fire energy. Queens have water energy, and kings have the air energy. So let's see what we have going on here. First card is, we have that Justice card coming up again. We've had Justice cards coming up, in and out. It hasn't been for the last couple of readings, but it was a reading before that time. So we have an 11, we have that 1-1 energy. Numbers have strength. Numbers have meaning. 1-1, are new beginnings. 10s are transitional energy, so transitioning into a new beginning. 1 + 1 is a 2. 2 has choices, decisions, and it also has a coming together. Now, justice can be legal energies happening, but I don't do legal lawsuits, nothing like that. I don't give that. Go see a lawyer, go see whoever it is, solicitor, depending on where you're at. A lot of times this is universal justice. We still have Mercury in retrograde. And I've been saying this since I started, that Mercury in retrograde brings about a universal balance, or tries to balance things. A lot of times that Empress is when she's trying to make things right. So we have something going on possibly this weekend. Universal justice, basically very divine justice happening at the same time. Things trying to balance themselves out. And, one of the things, we never will go back to what we used to know. That's over with. That's done. But there can still become balance. Balance can still come into our lives. And, we do have that air energy. Swords is air energy. And we do have this Libra energy going on where we are creating some balance. We have dualities of the peers. So there could be some, there could be some rulings. There could be, and again, in the universal language, there could be some things coming out that brings about justice. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, now remember. Okay, here we go. Reversed. We have a 5. 5 is change. Positive, negative, it's change. Now the thing about this is the 5 of Swords. So, the 5 of Swords always gives me a sneaky snake type of vibe. These two people, and we don't know if there's any more there, but, the swords are laid down. This one is holding the swords. I never quite like his intention, not quite sure what it is, but I never quite like his intention. I feel like there is, like this energy, and I call him Sneaky Snake. This has just has a dishonorable energy around it. It's kind of like, out for himself, and will do whatever he needs to do to get whatever he needs to do, to get whatever he wants in order to do it. Okay. So I do get this, remember swords is your, is your Gemini, your Libra, and your Aquarius. Now Saturn is still in Aquarius. It will be there for, what are we in May? So until, January, February of 2023. And, that has a lot of illusion versus reality, seeing the truth. So something, for whatever reason, truth may come out. Again, there's that justice. Sneaky Snake might be revealed. I don't know. We're kind of waiting. We're still in that standby mode. It just has that energy that, and also too, air energy could be your hearing news, making some plans. Again, I do feel like Sneaky Snake is about to be discovered. I think at any point, these people can turn around and see Sneaky Snake. Okay, let's see what this card has to say. Okay, so now we have Cups. Cups energy. That is our water energy. That is our Cancer, our Pisces, our Scorpio. We still have planets in Pisces. We still have the aftermath of that Scorpio full moon with the eclipse. This is walking away, turning your back on something that might have had been an emotional hold on you. So it could be also looking for a new path. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. So interesting stuff. We have justice. I do feel very much divine type of justice here. We could have, and again, that Sneaky Snake. I think maybe somebody, whatever this Sneaky Snake energy is representing, and it might be a bigger, it's not just necessarily a person per se. The energy is Sneaky Snake. I do feel like it's discovered, and this is walking away, finding your new path, finding finding where you want to go. There's a lot of emotional energy here, and it's a walking away from this emotional energy. I find it interesting that we do have the moon here. And let's see, this would be, I think, now the waning moon is as the moon gets smaller, okay? And the waxing moon is as the moon gets larger, okay? So I think that this is waxing to the full moon. I could be wrong with that. Or it could even be a lunar eclipse energy here too. It looks like the moon, but maybe it's not. And the fact that we're coming onto the weekend following that lunar eclipse, it could be that this is just, again, a lot of people walking away and leaving emotional baggage behind. Okay, let's see. Finding a new journey. Again, I do get that standby energy. We're all in kind of that, we're waiting. But this is walking away and, finding your own path, finding a new path. Okay, higher power. Can you clear? Okay, yes, let's see what this is. Okay, well, this is that new path. So we have an ace. We have an ace, which is a 1. So we have 11, 5, 8, and now we have a 1. So ace is a 1. Just said that. New beginnings, new start. Fire is our Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Remember, Jupiter is in Aries, the planet of opportunity in the fire signs. Very passionate, burning, determined. The ace of fire is, when we come from here, when we come from turning away from the emotional energies, the emotional baggage, and we come to the ace of fire, this has something to be passionate about, but in a good way, something that we want, something that we're ready to, really ready to work for. So the universe is having a lot of things. I feel like there's a big reveal with that five of swords. There's a lot of turning away, walking away, finding your new path, could be starting over. And then here is that energy where we do start over, where it's, and again, remember, this is universal energy, where we do start over and we just find that new path very exciting and almost breathtaking. Okay, so it's an interesting energy for the weekend. We'll see. We'll keep our eye on that Justice card. Keep our eye on seeing who Sneaky Snake is. And I do feel, starting your path, very exciting path. Now, the only energy we did not talk about was our Earth energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, your job, your money, your career energies. Also to your home. It's very tangible energy. And remember, on the 22nd, Mercury will retrograde back into Taurus. So interesting times that we live in, and it's all good. Oh, take a moment, so I won't have to say it in the individual readings, but please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, watch the whole darn playlist, and just know that our readings start now. Hello and happy birthday to our Geminis. How are you, my Geminis? I hope this is going to be a very interesting month or very interesting season. I just feel like, over here, this really, when I was looking through my little backgrounds, there's a lot of city and there's 2 roads and there's, interesting stuff, but this is what caught my eye for you, my Geminis. Okay, so let's see. Higher power, what do you have to say? What does Geminis need to know? Because I feel like it's going to be a very, a spicy time. It's going to be interesting. I just feel like you're on alert. Like I said in the beginning, I feel like we're on standby, but I feel like your senses, I'm getting that your senses are going to be at high alert. And, I would say that's probably high alert more for that spiritual sense. The spiritual energies are just going to be very intense, especially for you, my Geminis, for this weekend. Not sure. I'm just getting high alert. Kind of that, just be at high alert. Be aware. When I get that also, it's just, even if it doesn't make sense, Follow your instincts. Follow your instincts. Okay, 2 cards, 1 and 2. So we will take the top one of this. And now my nose is also running for you. Let's see what we have here. Kind of put that there. What do we have for my Geminis who have to be at high alert? First card is the Queen of Water. Now, I do need to, one moment. Okay, I'm back. Didn't peek at any of the other cards. So we have the Queen of Water. Queen's underlying energy is water. Water is water. This is our Cancer, our Pisces. And remember, we do have some planetary movement still in Pisces. Cancer, it's also our Scorpio. So this Scorpio full moon is probably pushing you even more so, because we're going to come up end of May. We will come up to your new moon. Okay, Gemini new moon. So I'm feeling like this is really pushing your buttons, pushing your start go type of, you get in the car, you have your keys, and now we don't necessarily use the key anymore. We just start. I just feel like it's going to push your buttons, and you just need to be at alert. You need to be watchful of the people that are trying to do this, the situations that are trying to do this. I do find that the Queen of Water, I'm getting a really manipulative flavor with her. I do not feel that this is your energy. Well, some of this is for you, but the manipulative flavor, and it's coming as that flavor, and I don't know, where you can almost taste it. I do feel like that's the sensory energies around you. You can almost taste it. You can just, it's just so strong. Now, this could be another person, or it could just be the situation in itself. But I do find it very manipulative energy around you. Again, you need to be alert. You need to be watchful for this. Okay, I don't want to make you paranoid. It's just, what did they say? I wouldn't be so paranoid if everyone wasn't out to get me. Okay, having said that, I just feel like some people are trying to push your buttons instead of you being the one to push, to do what you need to do. Okay. Queen of Water is tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Your next card is Renewal. So now we have a 2-0 energy. 2 crossroads, this way, that way. 2, your angels. Do this. No, do this. Follow me. Your twins. It's also coming together. 0 is God source energy. So it's a very powerful energy, very powerful movement for you. Now, this is also judgment in the Rider, in the traditional tarot. So there is judgment. There is coming to terms. There is also, too, I'm feeling like it's you seeing clearly. It's you, knowing, and, it's just like eyes open to what's going on around you more and more, or it's telling you to keep your eyes open. Now, judgment in itself, renewal, judgment is, to higher power saying, either help me, or I see where I've gone off road. Remember, Mercury, Mercury's in retrograde, so it's always that correction. It's a corrective time to get you back on your path if you find that you are off path, okay? Also, too, if you find yourself, what's the saying? If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. I'm getting kind of that type of energy. But because of this, because of whatever is happening between the Queen of Water and Renewal, it really is going to put, and because of your awareness, because of your, you're just at high alert right now, you will be able to see when you need to just go this way, okay? Okay. Archangel Jeremiah, review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move on, to move in a new direction. So like I said, it's like stage left. Anyway, let's see what the next card is. Release. Release. Let it go. Archangel Azrael. I believe, yeah, it has to be. The Archangel of Death, Azrael. This is the death card. This is the something has to end. I think you need to be very aware of when this does happen. Again, manipulative energy, flavor, manipulative flavor. And I don't know why flavor keeps being, is so strong to me here. But release, in order for something to begin, something really has to end. Something that you have to say, I am done with this. Now, we are in the waning part of the moon, and it will come to your new moon. So this is a wonderful time to release and relinquish. But there's something going on really strong this weekend for you. Be very, very alert to these changes. It seems to be very much on a spiritual level. But remember, spiritual levels do work through human beings and bring it into that physical world also. So the end of a phase or situation, remember, this is time to move on. Spiritual transformation, time to move on. Time to move on, to move in a new direction, time to move on. So let's see what we have, John Holland. So there's some changes happening this weekend for you. Remember in the beginning that Justice card, Justice and Renewal have a lot in common with it. Justice is actually a little different. Well, Judgment, well, they're both. It's kind of like you're being weighed and measured at the same time. They're also looking at the motivation. Were you doing something for greed? Were you doing something for higher power? Anyway, my Geminis, yeah, this is definitely be alert. Be alert. Time to move on. Time to move in a new direction. Manipulative energy. Anyway, let's see what we've got here with the John Holland for my Geminis. Higher power. What do we have for Geminis? Okay, turn this around. We have a 5. 5 is again about changes. It's about positive or negative. It's not an easy switch. It's not easy. There's obstacles and challenges. The thing about it, and I think that comes from this Queen of Water. You've got this really wonderful spiritual energy that wants to kind of put you in a good, in a different position. But I think the challenge will be to let go and to really let something, if in its own way, die. Let something, just kind of like no more, and then take that step. Take that, even though this is obstacles and challenges, there is a leap of faith here. You don't know if that next board is going to carry you or not carry you. Do you choose to make that step? Do you not? So there is some choices with that too. Interesting stuff. So it's not necessarily an easy weekend for you, my Geminis, as we go into your season, but there is some big I don't know, bonds being cut. There is some big releases happening at the same time. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy might be helpful for my Geminis. Again, be alert, and I think that by being alert, you get through a lot of this obstacles and challenges for you. Okay, here we go. Well, that card just flew out, so let's see what this one is. Lapis Lazuli. I love that. I just like saying it. Prophetic dreams, releasing anger, and that could be one of this. Serenity, also grace. Now, I am never afraid. This one is one of these times that you just know. It's not the tower where everything has to collapse in order for you to rebuild. It's totally an end. And sometimes it's a little bit sharp. A lot of times it's sharp. It's very sudden in order to, to move on, in order for that rebirth. Okay? So, Lapis Lazuli. If you have that, you might want to carry it around. Okay, my Geminis, again, happy birthday. Welcome to your season. Take a moment, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, watch the whole darn playlist. I'd appreciate it, or just turn it on. As always, though, my Geminis, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.